Okay, so let me get back to it and try to make this, as short as possible. But as I was saying, a lot of times people use the context, as far as, it's better to marry than to burn. And, the bigger picture is, you want to spend eternity with Jesus. Why for something, why marry somebody to, you know, quote unquote prevent, not spending eternity with him instead of, going to hell. But the issue is you may be overlooking that red flag within that person because you're choosing not to have discipline. You're choosing not to ask the Holy Spirit to help you master, in an area that you may be weak in. That person may be struggling with lust, perversion. They may have issues with anger, must struggle with depression. They may not be a good steward of money, a number of things. Or they may be a person that doesn't want, to just to submit, to their husband. A lot of those things, if you follow me, would have been caught if you use wisdom and you took your time. Ask God. A lot of times people say, you don't have to go through all that, but you do. The wise thing is to do it God's way. Take your time. If you got to rush and they're hurrying you down to that altar, I encourage you to ask the Lord, show me this person's heart towards me and towards you, God. And I promise you, He will. Hear me on that. A lot of people have taken that path to marry instead of quote unquote burn, and some of them are not even walking with the Lord. They married somebody that was lukewarm, somebody that was carnal, or somebody that was just going to church, wasn't even a believer, so just want to throw that out there, but I'll be back.